The next year we got the Battle of the Billionaires, which has aged really well. With Donald Trump against Vince McMahon. There was a couple of options for what that was going to be. The main one was it was going to be Hulk Hogan versus the Great Khali. Khali being Vince's representative, Hogan being Trump's representative, which kind of all makes sense. You know, you've got the 20 years after WrestleMania 3, you can do the body slam again. Hogan had been wrestling, you know, Shawn at SummerSlam 05, Orton at SummerSlam 06. It was all set to happen. Do you remember why this did not happen?
I don't. No, I
so
don't.
I'd forgotten about this until I read a Power Slam, and it's funny because Hogan wrestles at SummerSlam against Randy Orton, and then he never wrestled again for WWE. And this would have been such a massive payday for him. Such a huge deal. But Hogan, in early or mid-January 2007, went on the Bubba the Love Sponge radio show, and he was feeling quite over cocky, so he decided to, on air, call one of WWE's admin staff and bait the woman into reading out the Hall of Fame class to him on the radio.
Right.
And he was never contacted again about a match at WrestleMania, and they thought about various other things about would it be Shawn Michaels and Booker T was one of the options.
Do you ever think that Bubba the Love Sponge was a bad influence on Hulk Hogan's career?
It has crossed my mind a couple of times.
Interesting.
Hogan and Khali would have been the spectacle. And I think another idea was Hogan versus Shane, and Khali would have been the muscle guy in case he wasn't going to have a match. But whatever variation that would have been, Hogan with Trump, I mean, not for the reasons today, that sounds like a match, but like in 2007, like that would have been such an epic, like, because I was in New York the week of WrestleMania 23, and I went to Trump Tower and went to the press conference that it was Lashley and Umaga with Austin there and Trump and Vince. And if that had happened with, I mean, Austin probably wouldn't have been involved, which would have been a shame, but Hogan and Khali and Hogan.
I think Austin still could have been involved in that.
Yeah, I mean, they could have made him the ref, but I mean, can you imagine if it was Hogan and Khali with, Shane out in the corner and Trump there with Vince and all that kind of stuff, and then Austin.
I mean,
unreal.
It'd have been great. Like,
it would have shat all over what we got.
Of course it would. Like, Umaga, I think, was tremendous. Lashley is all right, but like the mid-card guys, really, they're not superstar main eventers, befitting of that kind of superstar match. Because, it's Vince and Donald Trump. Yeah, of course, it's huge. And the buy rate reflected that. And yeah, it gets you everything. It's 20 years after WrestleMania 3. They had Aretha Franklin there. They did the Kane slammed Khali in the end, didn't he? There was all these homages to WrestleMania 3, and the ultimate one would have obviously been Hogan slamming Khali. And
he fucked it.
It's a shame. Yeah.
But this was around the time where Hogan had got too cocky.
Well,
he thought he was
untouchable.
Yeah.
And he wasn't.
And it was unraveling.
Yeah.